Hi, everybody. I'm so excited about tonight. It's Bridget here. This is our little Guts and Grace meeting, and I thought to myself, who do I really want my team to hear from, and who do I kind of want to hang out with too? And it was Sandra Aldrich, you guys. There she is. I don't know which side she's on, but you guys are going to love her. And before I introduce her to you, I want to make sure we go over just a couple of announcements for this month. We've posted them on our team page. It's only 4 things for now, but I just feel like we have a plan, and I want you to see them and be able to grab a hold of what you are drawn to. These things are going to be good for your business, good for your heart, all of the above. Okay, first things first. So November 7th, starting next Wednesday, we have our Fall Fit Focus, our own team's 14-day weight loss group, you guys. We're doing that on our tribe Facebook page. That way, our customers are going to be able to see in, our ambassadors, all our biz builders, and they're going to be like, what is going on with this team? And why are they looking so good? And what are they drinking, right? It's going to be good for all of us, you guys. We all get a chance to be even more of a product of the product. And I will say, you guys, don't you think that, sorry, my computer, there we go. Don't you think that inflammation speaks? You know what I mean? When you see those side-by-side pictures and weight speaks. One of our ambassadors was just saying that again the other day, Miss Michelle. She was like, oh my goodness, there's nothing like weight to speak to people. So let's do it together. Okay, the next thing is on November 12th, we have our first book study that's starting. It's going to be on the magic of thinking big. It's one of my most favorite books. We'll discuss a chapter every few weeks together. We're going to put leaders and ambassadors in pairs to take over a chapter and share like their top takeaways. Wendy Pence is the one organizing that. I'm so thankful for her for doing that. Next thing, you guys, November 13th to the 15th, we are teaming up with another Sideline Jewel team and doing a 3-day Plexus Slim and Block Challenge. So you'll be able to point your people to their website, to your website. Soon they will have their own website, believe you me, and they're going to order a 3-day trial from you, and then they'll be added to this Facebook group, and they'll get more educated there and fall in love with our products, you guys. It's going to be so fun. And then the last thing we have on our calendar for now, which I really feel like this is good, you guys, the 27th through the 29th, we're doing a 3-day business blitz, which our team has never been a part of before. And I know you're going to love it. It's going to build your belief in this opportunity, in our comp plan, in our products, in our company, in our leadership. And it's also going to be a place where you can invite like your dream team people that you're like, oh, they really need this opportunity. You'll be able to invite them to learn more about the opportunity in a really cool space with other jewels. Sound good? Okay, I'm going to stop. You guys, this is Sandra. She lives in northern Minnesota. I have never been to Minnesota. She has been married for 23 years. Can you believe that? She looks so young. She does not look like she's been married for 23 years. Her and her hubby have 4 children. And Sandra is a senior Ruby who's been working the business for around 20 months. And I just feel like Sandra can take it away. She has some passion and she has some posture about her. She loves the Lord. We have some major like-mindedness in him and with family and kids. We were just talking about, turning 18 and what that means. And does it mean you just shove your kid out of the house? Or, are we okay keeping our kids around? Are we doing what the world's doing? Are we doing what God's word says to do? So we have a lot of Christians on our team. I know we also have some that are not believers, and that is so okay. We're going to be talking all about purpose tonight. It's just good. So I'm going to let her take it away. Sandra, do you want to say hi to everybody and just start out maybe by sharing your story? How were you introduced to Plexus?
Oh, hello, you guys. First of all, thank you so much. What an honor to be here. Thanks for inviting me. I hope that you get some value out of this tonight and that you just get some inspiration. It's always fun to listen to other people. And if you notice, there's a couple of people from my team because it's always fun to gather together and get to know other ambassadors, because we're all in this together. And I think that if we kind of can see other faces, this is the first thing. So I've been in network MLMs, which is multi-level marketing, for about 10 years, maybe a little bit longer, because I was with another company before this, and we sold kitchen tools, and I did a lot of shows outside of my home. I was gone at least to get the best paycheck at the time that I could. I had to be recruiting a certain amount, but I also had to be gone like 8 nights a week, and that was usually about 4 hours a night, because I lived a long way from any place. So I was having to do people's dishes. I was having to ask people to do parties at every party that I did. I was gone a lot, and I had a young family. There was 4 kids, plus I homeschool. So I was happy with that, because you know what? I love multi-level marketing. I love the concept of being able to work around your own schedule. I love the concept of being able to not ever have a lid. There's no ceiling. You can go as far as you want. But you guys, I was with that company for 9 years, and I was not even at the level where you earn a car yet. So I don't want to go too far into details, because I have a long story that could go everywhere. But here's the thing. All the time I was with this other company, I loved health and nutrition. My heart's desire was to see people get better, because I saw everybody around me getting sick. And my heart was saying, they've got to get better. And I know at that time, all I could think of to help them get better, because I wanted nothing to do with a vitamin company, which my mom was with all these different Amway and Shaklee and all that growing up, and she was in my adult life, she was with a bunch of them, and I just didn't see her doing well, and I just couldn't see myself in there. But what I could see myself doing is teaching people how to do recipes, and so that was where my heart. But you know what? I would go to these shows, and guess what recipe they would ask for? Could we do the double chocolate mocha lava cake or whatever? Or double chocolate mocha trifle? and I wasn't able to get my platform really going with that, trying to see people. And that was my purpose. And here's the thing. If your purpose and you are connected with your convictions, then eventually God is going to give you a way to give you a platform. And I took advantage of all kinds of opportunities through that platform to share health and wellness. Believe me, I found all kinds of through expos and wellness expos and all kinds of stuff, but nothing like I'm able to do today. So I'm so happy to be here. Did you have some specific questions? Because I don't want to just keep talking here, Bridget.
What made you decide to get out?
What made me decide to get out? There was a couple things. I had been watching people. Don't underestimate the power of posting on Facebook, because I was watching a lot of people on Facebook, but never commenting. So I was watching, and I was seeing their mission, and they had this passion, and they were all happy, and they were living for health and wellness and getting people better. And my daughter ended up getting sick, and these products came along right at that time. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to give these a try. And wow, the Lord just lined things up right after another, and these products kept our family's immune system really strong. When my daughter's white blood cell count was at 0, she had zero immunity at all, because of her treatments that she was going through, and we were getting sick. My kids were getting sick like every couple of weeks, and then with 6 people in the house, it just keeps going around. So during the height of flu season, I hate that word, but we found these products came into our laps, and it was like the Lord was saying, I'm gonna, he could miraculously keep us healthy, but he chose to do it through these tools and through these products. And then the piece that I felt when she was coming out of those treatments to rebuild her body after it was just stripped of all that. So that's where I started. And from there, my purpose and passion grew, because I saw what the products could do. And I saw be sitting in there watching the state of people and where they are and how dependent they are on the medical community to give them their life and vitality when that community is not doing that so much. We would be on the cancer level of the children's cancer level with these big, huge bowls of candy. Everything was sugar. You wouldn't even believe. I could sit here and give you stories. There's something missing out there, and people need these products. And if we could connect ourselves with that mission and purpose, first of all, you have to know your values. And I'm reading this book right now, Developing the Leader Within. If you've ever seen this, heard of it, felt led to read it, please do it. Go with that prompting to read it. Developing the Leader Within by John Maxwell. And he's talking about character, and he's talking about values, and he's talking about connecting your values. If you really stop and think about not what you want to be or what level you want to be, what level you're striving to be, diamond or emerald or sapphire, but try to stop and think concentrate for maybe just an hour or whatever, prayerfully, maybe a couple days it'll take, whatever. Who do I want to be? And how do I want to impact the lives of other people? If you can come in touch with that mission in your heart, you have a vehicle through this business to do it. Can I get an amen? We have to know our mission. We have to know our values. And they are getting stronger and stronger the more I'm developing myself. Everything starts with myself. There is stuff going on out there. There's things that look like greener pastures out there. Other ambassadors are ranking up in front of our eyes, and we're down here and we're going, what? This isn't working for me. This isn't working. Stop it. Go back to your heart. Get in touch with who you are and who you want to be. Figure out what kind of an impact you want to make on other people's lives, and the rank will happen.
Oh my goodness. I love what you shared the other day on Facebook, and you were in a live, and you were sharing how you were talking with your children and how you guys, I think you were at your dining room table. Can you share that really quick? I just love that as a segue into talking more about our purpose in this.
It came from this book. So we actually did just this awesome event. We all made these dream boards, right? What does my dream board say? It's all about outer things. It's all about getting out of debt and going on vacation and helping my ministry and getting a cleaning lady and eating good food. Great things, wonderful things, great goals to have, right? But if this is sitting up here and we are not connected to, Eric Worre has an awesome goal setting video. I would highly recommend you all find it on YouTube. It's about goal setting, and he talks about if you're not in touch with or considering who you're impacting with your goals, then they're not as likely to happen. But when your goals are set up to impact the lives of other people, then your goals are that much more greater to happen. So here's the thing, going back to our values. So my kids, you know how you go to kindergarten, you go to first, second, third, on up. What do you want to be when you grow up? And kids come home. Well, we homeschool, so this didn't happen. But you see all these kids coming home with these pictures of a firefighter or a nurse or a doctor or a whatever, and it's fabulous. You know, they're thinking about their future. But what the information that he's suggesting and kind of what I derive from that is figure out who you want to be when you grow up. So I actually had my son do a collage like this in a roundabout way, and he has it in his bedroom, so I can't show it to you. Tell me some characteristics that you want to be like. And we talked about this around the table with my family, and we said, loyal. I want to be loyal. I want to be a hard worker. I want to be righteous, and I want to be truthful and kind and helpful. And here's the thing, my husband works in human resources, and so he hires and fires all the day long. And you know what? Any single person can learn any single skill, but it takes somebody very special who has good work ethic and who is honest and who has good character. That does not come along very easy. And he says, I will hire somebody somebody can come in here with an application. They can say, I have, this many years. Am I echo? I have this many years of experience, and they can just show you this long list of experience. And this person over here says, you know what? I don't have that much experience, but I will not let you down. I will show up when I say I'm going to be there. I will keep to my word, and I will not be lying to you. That person could very well get the job over this person. Mm-hmm. So what does that mean for us? What does that mean for us and what we do? It means we're in a business. We don't have to worry about the skills so much. If you guys, who are you looking for? Mm-hmm. When you are out there prospecting and looking for people that you want on your team, who are you looking for? Look for hard workers. Look with people with integrity. They're going to be your workers. They're going to be your loyal people that stick by you through the thick and the thin. And they're the ones that are going to be emotionally mature, or at least be willing to learn how to be emotionally mature. And they're going to be the ones that when they're encouraged to seek passion and a mission and purpose, they're going to be the ones to jump on board with that because their character is in line with that.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that. Oh yes. My goodness. Yeah. You know, what I heard you saying in all of that is, you know, it is about us and working on what's going on here. It starts with us. And then the reason why we're working on this, honestly, is to find and make sure that we know those giftings, those God-given strengths that we have that we can use to give, you know, and that is something that Bob Heilig, he shared with us in Hawaii. It was so good. I mean, we were just like, soft sobs, you know, through his whole thing, because he was speaking to our hearts. He was saying how, you know, with a worldly just success mindset, you're just focusing on me, what I can get. Mm-hmm. And while that might like bring you some success or whatever, it's not a lasting place of fulfillment, because you can always get more. And this business is a little bit like this. It's a lot like this. And it's just a dangerous place to be. And there's no way that I could have that daily joy and peace if this was all just about what I could get. Because the joy and peace comes from when you're like, oh, this is so fulfilling because I get to use my giftings to bless and see lives changing and transforming. So, if we're operating from ego, that's another thing. And Sandra, I'm sure you've experienced this. I have experienced this personally. When I am operating from ego, from a social media mask, or yucky, we end up hiding from our fears instead of facing them, because we're just horrified of what might happen if we mess something up, because they're all gonna, you know, hate us, or they're not gonna like us, so they're gonna run away. We're so worried we can't get out of our own heads. We just can't. So
Bob Heilig was just talking about that too, and I don't even know if it was a podcast or his live on Instagram or what, but he was talking about how he was connecting fear to being selfish. And I was like, really? But yes, because what he's saying is, when you're too fearful to go out there and push yourself, you're actually keeping somebody else from their potential of getting what they need, what you could be offering them. You're not getting it to them because you're too afraid.
Yes.
So your fear is keeping something from them, maybe keeping them from getting healthy.
Yes, and he's also the one who shares that, and I find this to be true too, when we do decide to face a fear, that is usually, for whatever reason, that is what they're finding, you guys, just in studies with people, that is usually the one thing that was holding them back from something so wonderful, whether it be to change 1 million more people or to change something going on in here that nothing else could change. And that's the thing. We like to get all distracted. We're like, oh, I'm working. We distract ourselves, right? With random things. I'm in a leadership group. Check that. Yeah, I'm so busy. Oh my gosh. But I love this too. Like, you know, when we face a fear, what do we feel like? We feel like we're dying, right? A lot of times we feel like we're just like, I'm going to die. But it's actually just the opposite. Something is actually being born.
Birthed in you. Yes.
Oh,
amen.
You know, so it really is that mindset shift.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. The thing is getting to that core root, finding out your beliefs. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What kind of a person do you want to be? And once you can determine what kind of a person you want to be, then stuff starts to fall in order. Your goals start to become more clear, because your goals and your activities are based around who you want to be. I want to be somebody who is motivating and inspiring to other people. I want to bring joy to people's lives. I want to be truthful and honest and have integrity and all that kind of stuff. And that sort of gives you your guardrail as to what you will and won't do. It keeps you in this line. And once you can figure out your values and your character, then you can kind of go from there, and your mission becomes a little bit more clear. Because you develop a mission around your values.
I love that, because like when you're living in fear, and when I'm living in more like that ego-based thing where it's like controlling, and I'm not, my points aren't going up and I didn't meet my goals the way I thought I could. There is just, there's no joy there. There's no peace there. And this is interesting to me. When my children were super tiny, my husband would come home from work and I'd be like, like this, and like trying to, fluffle dinner together, whatever. And I'd be like, I'm so sorry. This is just a mess. Like everything's a mess. And he'd be like, well, did you get time reading with the kids? Yes. Good. That's amazing. Did you hug all them and kiss them and cuddle them all day? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, oh my gosh, that's wonderful. That's your job, and it was less works focused. I mean, this job is all about action. Do not get me wrong. But it's like my value, my character, me feeling good about, my rank or whatever. It's more like, okay, did I do my best today? Like, am I growing in character, in faithfulness, and in discipline? Because motivation. Don't even worry about getting motivation. It's going to come with a why, a really good why, right? Yes. And I feel like it gets fed with discipline, because discipline brings you those daily little actions. And then when you have actions, they will build up to results. And then, oh, baby, we feel the motivation, right? Yes. It is all character building, all of it.
Yes, because if you wake up every morning and you have purpose and you have a mission, you're going to do the activities, because there's something in you burning that is not made out of just emotions. It's made out of something that's deeper than that. And it's going to take you further than just, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I've got this rank to go up to. Oh, I've got this rank. It's going to be, there's lives that I can literally change if I would just ask the question, would you like some information? Literally, that's all we have to do. And that gets the ball rolling,
So Sandra, what would you say to somebody who's like, I don't know what my mission is, and I know I'm a yellow, I really want to help people. You know what I mean? I definitely have a team full of yellows. We're like all yellows up in here. And it's awesome, because people just want to help.
Yeah.
But, is that enough? You know what I mean? Like, do you need a specific mission?
Yeah, I think it's as specific as you can get it, and it might change. But maybe, as specific as you can get it, I think it's more achievable when you make it more specific. Anything that's like vague, it's harder to see. But I think if you just know that you want to change people's lives with these products, maybe you turn that into an achievable, doable goal, and saying, okay, well, I know I can't change everybody's lives, but I'm going to ask 10 people today, because I know if I don't ask them, I'm not changing anybody's life. So that's off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a better answer somewhere. But
no, I think that was beautiful. Yeah, and I love that you said it had to be attainable, because I'm thinking like, oh, a mission statement and kind of like your why, but this is different. you know?
That's great if you have a mission statement, but you need then narrow what's the goals. They have to be attainable, they have to be reachable, reasonable to some degree, you know.
Mhm.
So, and then you break that down and you create action steps to do every single day. And we were just on the cruise with for our retreat, and Jessica Heffley was there, and she said this. She said, if you worked your business for 90 days consistently, for 90 days, she goes, I tell everybody this, and you don't see yourself progressing, I will buy you a pony.
And she still will. Oh, she can. She will. All of us.
But she's saying that because nobody who works their business consistently every single day, powered by their mission and their values and what they want to do with and who they want to be. Nobody who does that is gonna not fail. I mean, they're not gonna not succeed. Another Bob Heilig, the popcorn analogy in YouTube. Bob Heilig popcorn in YouTube. If you want to talk about the importance of consistency and how he uses microwave popcorn, it's such a great analogy.
I really like him. He has some great stuff. And yeah, he propels me to action, which I love. Like, I can't just stay in his training, and when I'm done, I'm like, I gotta go do something.
But even tell us why you do that. Why do you do that? What makes you go do something? When you say, I gotta go do something, what is it in you that's making you go do that?
I got to bring my husband home. I mean, really, that at the very beginning of this, when I would wake up in the morning, I'd be like, okay, I'm having my time with the Lord, and I'm going to bring my husband home. And the way I get to do that is go help all these people. Kind of same thing with you. I mean, before Plexus, that's what I was doing for a good 5 or 6 years, actually through Facebook and social media, and helping people with meal plans and child training and homeschool stuff. And my husband was always like, Bridget, I mean, it's getting to a point where I feel like you should get a blog or something, because it's taking up a lot of time, like you're not getting paid. And I'm like, I know, I just love it. You know, because I was like, oh, I want to see these mamas happier in their home, and I want to see them all healthier, and not had all of it together, but bringing value. And that's the thing. It doesn't have to be all about health and, you know, what Sandra and I are talking about. It really, I don't think it really does. I mean, we're doing health stuff, guys. We are changing lives here.
Yeah, real quick, and I know that we're running low on time. You asked me a question, and I feel like I didn't answer it, because you were saying, well, how do they know their why or their mission? What are you interested in? What gives you butterflies whenever you think about it? What do you love? What gets you excited talking about? That's your area, and that might change. But for now, think about that.
Oh, Mindy, I'm seeing you here, and I'm like, would you want to share your why with us really quick? Putting her on the spot.
Hi.
I've been homeless twice, and make me emotional. My why is to rebuild the shelter that I lived in, and to create a nonprofit program that helps keep people in their homes in the first place, so they don't have to go through homelessness like my son and I did.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I have goosebumps.
I know. Every time. I mean, I'm like, every time. Yeah. And when this lady works, when she puts out her goals, like, I'm like, oh, we'll have to watch her go. Because it just happens, because, it's coming from this really rich why. It's so I think that as a culture, we've gotten so used to just, it's all about me and what I can get. Even if it's like, ooh, people's at the me, because I'm going to be a jewel today, or whatever it is, it's about me. Oh my goodness, like, people can tell, and you will not have that sparkling passion of love that does shine when you have something deeper. Like, when Mindy shares that, I could see it written out on a piece of paper, and I'd be like, oh, that's really cool. But when Mindy shares it, Sandra, I get chills and tears in my eyes every time. It's coming from, a place of passion and purpose. There's just nothing better. Thank you, friend. We're going to watch it happen. I know that.
Yes.
We'll be in the front row seats.
Amen.
Yeah. Glory to God. Well, anything else you want to share tonight, Sandra, that's been on your heart about purpose?
Just pray about it. That's the, sometimes we just aren't intentional. We just need to slow down and take a little deep breath and remember why we're doing this. And it becomes a lot less work and a lot more fulfilling when there's other people that are about to be impacted.
Oh, it's a good word. That's a good word for me, just all over again. Hey, Lord, refresh that. What's going on? Yeah, last month, towards the very end of the month, I was like, what do you want for November, Lord? What should I focus on? Like, what are you doing? Like, do you want to show me anything? And he put on my mind the number 1,000. And it's been like numbers, I don't know, since I was a little girl. And sometimes it would be like scripture numbers, and I would find the scripture and I'd be like, Lord, you spoke to me. But this was 1,000. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do, Lord? And I just got so excited because it hit me one morning. Looking out the window, I was like, Lord, 1,000 meals. That's it. I need to sell like 79 to 80 bags of lean and be able to number one, just that's going to, cause Plexus to donate 1,000 meals to Feeding America. And then we can take what we make on that and donate it to our food bank. Yay! And our kids got excited. That just flooded me with brand new passion to work this month. When last month I kind of was like, okay, I'm disciplined. I'm showing up to work.
What a great month in November to do that too. The food bank needs our help this month, especially so that families can. I remember we had to go to the food bank when I was little, and on Thanksgiving, and they had everything that we needed for a Thanksgiving meal. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, what a great month to be doing this.
Makes me so excited, you guys. God bless you all. Sandra, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Sure, we could talk a whole lot more. We're going to let everybody go and go back to work or with their families or whatever they're up to. Happy November 1st. Be refreshed. Are you guys excited to just go get alone with the Bible and your journal and be like, okay, what is your purpose for me in this? Yeah, because that's where our true fulfillment is going to come. The joy and the peace that we're going to need every day on this journey to show up. I mean, really, we want to enjoy the journey, right? Trust the process. You don't want to be in this place of discontent constantly. That's not going to shine forth and draw more people in to be blessed, right? I'm preaching to myself right now. I'm literally looking at myself going, I hope you're listening, Jack.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And you guys, I just want to say that is a sign of a great leader. You have some awesome leadership here. Never take that for granted, because not every leader will self-reflect like that. And Bridget is awesome that way. To be humble enough to say, I need improvement in this area, that is a sign of a great leader. You guys are all in such good hands. God bless you.
Oh, love you, Sandra. Have a good night, everybody. And we'll see you soon. Friend each other. Take down those names. Good sidelines here. Bye.